Hi, welcome to my home. Once again, I'm Stefania. I wanted to share a little bit about the before and after. I, as a designer, rarely show this, honestly, because it just takes a lot of my time, and I feel like it muddles up my feed. If I post it, it may look like the befores are my work. I wanted to share them with you, and especially with my house, because we definitely had a journey with it. When I bought it, it wasn't for us as a family, but it was still a really cool house. We walked in and it had enough of that, oh wow, like this is cool moment to get it to where you see it now. But where we started was a little bit of a journey. So here is our living room where I sit with the children. We put the fireplace in, the windows, and this is what it looked like beforehand. Isn't that crazy? When you think about it, when you see all the work, it was such a big space, and that was one of my big design challenges, was how to make it feel cozy and homey. And it at one point it felt like I there was nothing I could do or buy that felt right because it was so big. And even if you look at the last homeowner's sofa, I mean, that's a standard sofa and it is dwarfed in this space. And those are wingback chairs. Wingback chairs are big and they're dwarfed. And one of the other things I talked about was that in this home, I changed the grids on the windows and I matched them. So some windows had grids and some didn't. And I realized in all the jobs I've done that this is a thing. And I don't know why people do this. You should really choose whether you're going to do them or not. But here you can see I chose a more contemporary grid, which is a larger box for what it's worth. So there's less lights, less breakup. So this is an 8 light one, so 4, 4. The other ones were 16 light window. So we did that to make it feel more contemporary but still true to the area. I put in a lot of plants. That was one of my saving graces. I mean, again, you can't really tell, but this planter is humongous. I think it's maybe about 48 inches in diameter, massive. And this plant towers over me. So that was what I realized. It took time. I'm not good for, like, not the most patient human being. And once the plants grew up, I was like, okay, this is working. So here's the space. And then I did, if we look through these photos, here's another one of Nick's beautiful images. And here, but I want to show you the dining room. Oh, let's do the staircase. Oh boy, the staircase was a thing. It was a real thing. So looking in, that's looking in through here. And here's those travertine tiles that I spoke about, high gloss travertine tiles. And I know they're not wrong. And I know they're lovely. And I know travertine's having a big moment right now, but they weren't right. And one of the things that I'm always, whenever I'm working on someone's home, whether it's mine, I always want to dial it back in. Like, where does it belong? It always, putting a very contemporary house in a very rustic settings doesn't match usually. So it doesn't have to match perfectly. Like, you don't have to live in a log cabin because you're surrounded by wilderness, although that's fun too. We're surrounded by a lot of nature. So it didn't mean like I had to clad the walls in wood and pine and put deer antlers. It just meant I got rid of the travertine tiles. So that was my trick here. And then what I did with the staircase, whoa, here, ready? This is the big one. Was I got rid of all the oak banisters. And this is like, if you were a child born in the 80s, maybe late 70s, this is the prom photo. We all know this. Like, this is that beautiful staircase. I mean, like, it's really nice. The arch, the beautiful curve, and you're standing here with your prom date and your poofy hair and your big sleeves, maybe if you're a woman. But it was not right for me. Here's the travertine tiles. Maybe it was a little too beige, maybe. And these arched windows were lovely, but they didn't even open. So that was a thing for me. I wanted to feel like I could open every single part of the house up. So here's this one. And look, see, this is what I did. And I opened up the opening a little bit more to make it feel homier and more welcoming. And then, if you see, this is where those curves and how it opens up into the living room, which felt very important to me. And here's that beautiful curve. I love this. I love the butterflies going up. And it certainly mimics what the homeowners had originally, just in a very different way. And it's funny because now looking at these photos, it feels like we did so little work, but when we were doing it, it felt so hard. And I will say this to anyone who wants to do this with their home: don't believe what they show you on TV. Those transformations that they tell you cost no money and went up like this did not. This felt like it took forever. It really did. The renovation of the house took forever. Not really. Okay, it took a year. But it also costs so much money and so many moments. I cannot tell you how many moments I sat in this house during the renovation process. Judge me for what you will on this. I'm going to be truthful. And I cried a lot. And I cried. It was hard. And I had a newborn and a toddler. It was real. It was very real. This is that TV I spoke about. And here's that beautiful bit of the staircase. Oh, what else can I show you? Oh, look. So this is pretty cool. So this is what we did here. And I did this on purpose. I did the fireplace on purpose to break up the space. And that was very intentional because this is what it looked like. Oh my goodness. It was so big. I don't know what else I would have done here if I kept it. I mean, I don't have to worry about it, do I? Maybe if I did wallpaper, but I want it to feel more like the bones of the house. So here it is. It went from this to this. What do you think? Do you think I did the right job? Hopefully you like it. I know this is really nice. I'm not judging anyone who has this in their home. It just wasn't right for me. And I know it's lovely because when I walked in, I said, wow. And this home has something. So please, no judgment. Do not judge me. I will not judge you. Bye.